Perris made the comment about me going to London. I was like, yeah, I went in 2005. And he's like, no, there's like a photo of you in front of Big Ben, like, and you're much older than what you would be in 2005. And I'm like, Perris, no. Turns out this person in front of the Big Ben was an ex. I feel like everyone's on a Love Island, like, hype train now.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, we're on the UK hype train. Listen, everyone is on the USA.
Y'all late to the party.
Literally, though. Where have y'all been?
Welcome back to Where's My Coffee podcast. I am Perris.
I'm Georgia.
And this is episode 7. 7. You should put some reverb.
I was about to say, was that your little inkling to tell me, hey, when you're editing that, will you put a little effect right there?
That will add a nice touch.
A little pizzazz.
Little pizzazz.
Love it.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good.
Good?
I'm good. Feeling alive. Feeling well.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the rain. I'm enjoying the rain.
You're enjoying the.
Isn't
Why
that
is
a tongue
so hard
twister?
to say?
I know. I am.
You are enjoying the rain?
Okay. I am enjoying the rain because I feel like it's naturally bringing the peak of the heat down a little bit.
I don't care about that.
No, I don't want 110 degree days.
I don't want wet days.
I know, but like it's kind of like you've got to go through the bad to get the good. So it's like we're going through the rain to get like slightly cooler temperatures. Now, I'm not saying like drastically cooler. I'm just saying like somewhat bearable cooler. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. So
that's where I'm at.
This is how I feel. And I respect that.
Thank you.
I respect that. Because I did ask how you feeling.
Exactly. Don't ask how I'm feeling, but then don't take no response.
I won't rain on your parade.
Oh, God. That too. Yep. Gotcha. You went there.
I've been enjoying the sun all last week, despite the heat wave. The sun was just
phenomenal.
Perfect.
It was nice. It was nice.
Yeah. And now on the forecast, it's just nothing but rain, and I'm over it.
It's okay. I'll take it.
Yeah. But yeah, welcome back to another episode of Where's My Coffee podcast.
I
hope all you guys are doing great out there. I hope you guys have had great weeks. We wanted to do something a little different this time around.
Yeah.
We want to bring a question on the go at the top of the show.
Yeah.
And then we'll remind you guys at the end of the show as well.
Yeah. We're trying to create kind of like a discussion and a community within the comments.
Let's get more interaction.
Yeah. So our thought process is that we'll ask our question on the go at the beginning of the episode, allowing you guys to comment your responses. And then we'll be able to gather those responses for the following episode and talk about it and kind of have that continual conversation with our listeners and just see how it goes. Yeah,
and we'll also next episode to give our answers on it as well.
Our little input too, because I know we're going to ask this question and you're going to be dying to give your response.
I kind of want to talk about it now, but I know.
Can't happen.
Yeah, so we just wanted to definitely get your brain going now.
Yep.
And even if it's just one or two of you guys in the comments giving kind of insight of what your answer to that question may be.
Right. That's all we need.
That's just as good. Yeah.
Yeah. Love it. So what's the question on the go for episode 7?
The question on the go is, if you could instantly learn any skill, what would it be and why?
Love it. Instantly learn.
Instantly.
Keywords.
Instantly. So you don't need the 10,000 hours or the months or weeks.
You just click like
but
Thanos.
If you had it,
what would
Thanos?
it be? Thanos.
She said Thanos.
Click like Thanos. Why does that sound weird with my accent? Thanos. Is that right?
Thanos is right.
Okay.
Some people say Thanos.
Thanos.
But Thanos.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, Marvel.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm excited to see what you guys comment below.
Too,
I'll
definitely.
be reading them, so don't make it awkward
skip
and
out.
not have any.
You have homework.
You
so
have homework.
Don't.
I love it.
But yeah, so you said that you've been good.
Yes.
You've been excellent. You've been born again.
Where are you going with this?
So we have some big news. Some may say. It's not what you're thinking.
You're probably more excited than anyone else.
She's not pregnant yet.
Oh my God.
So don't think that that's what I'm about to say. But my wife is eating meat again.
I am.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a round of applause or boo.
It depends who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I might upset some people.
Hey.
But I probably am exciting a lot of close people.
Yeah.
Close friends and family.
I never thought I'd see the day.
I know.
I never thought I'd see the day. And I thought when I would see it would be the day that, you found out you were pregnant or you were with child and the cravings,
Right.
I thought it would be a craving that pushed you
over the edge.
And maybe you could say this is a craving.
I mean, yeah. So
I'll give you the floor.
Yeah,
you have.
It's a lot. It's a lot of mental processing for me because I haven't eaten and slipped up at all, or craved or wanted meat for 6 years now. Which
6 years.
It's a long time to not slip up because I feel like sometimes maybe when you do go on a journey of changing your or restricting your diet in that way, there's going to be slip ups, or maybe you're like, hey, just this one time, like it could happen. But I had nothing.
You know what?
Not one pint.
Let me stop you there.
Okay.
6 years strong.
Yeah.
I got to commend you for that.
Thank you.
That takes willpower to avoid and have that self-discipline to not partake in something that, one, you were born doing.
Yeah.
In so many words.
Yes.
One that's familiar to you. Mm-hmm. And to go 6 years and say, I'm not going to have any slip ups. I am determined.
Yeah.
This is my lifestyle now. You know what I mean? 6 years, that is a long time.
It's a long time.
Long time.
Just, I guess, to deepen the backstory, both of us actually, we went vegan for a year in 2017.
Yeah. I tapped out after 6 months.
And I commend you for that 6 months. So yeah, we were vegan for a year. I personally missed eggs and cheese. That was just one thing that I was like, what do you eat for breakfast? Kind of energy. And then also like just dairy in general. I'm a very sweet tooth person. Yeah. So a lot of, dairies and sweets.
Yeah.
So vegan for a year. After watching a documentary, we went cold turkey, went straight into it.
And that was funny. We did go cold turkey, pun intended.
Yeah.
Like after
cold
watching
turkey going vegan.
After watching the documentary,
I don't even remember.
That night,
was it "You Are What You Eat" or something like that? Was that
no,
what it was?
It was a one-word documentary on a major streaming platform.
I can't even remember what it is.
It was
well, it'll come.
Add in the comments what it is. I know we all know. I'm pretty sure you guys know what it was. But after watching it, we went straight to our freezer, dumped all of our frozen chicken, all of our meat,
eggs, milk,
dairy, and everything. And then the next day, we went food shopping for
a vegan diet.
Plant-based diet.
Yep.
And that's insane.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Honestly, minus the fact that I ended up going vegetarian because I wanted to include eggs and dairy. Mm-hmm. I didn't slip up. I haven't.
You did not slip up.
Not one little bit of. I mean, there was
you didn't slip up with the meat.
Well, there were a couple moments where, for example, actually somewhat recently, we got Thai, and there was a bit of chicken in there, and I thought it was egg, and I ate it, and
that was like recent.
That was that was when I was kind of.
And you were devastated then.
Well,
because
I was still mentally processing the idea of doing it then. But I hadn't taken enough action to do it.
So, I mean, I think that those were the risks that you were taking. Because sometimes I wanted Asian food from a hole in the wall. And, they do tend to cook their foods. You know what I mean? So those are the risks that you take.
Yeah.
So that you did take. But
for the most part, yeah. So 6 years, no meat. Never craved it. Perris would cook me in the house. Wouldn't think anything of it. And then I would say about in the last month and a half, maybe even like 2 months now, the first portion, didn't even mention it to Perris at all. Never at the beginning.
Oh, so you went a period without telling me anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I had to mentally process it and I couldn't comprehend like what was going on just yet, and I needed to like get some answers before I like started to have a discussion with you. So about 2 months ago, let's say 2 months. 2 months ago, Perris would start cooking, for example, bacon.
Bacon, yeah.
In the morning, and I'd wake up and I'd be like, that smells so good. Like, so good that, like, I could have a bite right now. So good. Not, like, so good. Or, like, oh, what you cooking? That smells nice.
Yeah.
And let it be. Like, so good that I was, like, mouth-watering and, like, give me some of that.
You wanted that.
Yeah. Oh, my God. And normally, I can deal with it, and it's fine. But that moment, I was like, that my body's telling me something right now. And I had a switch of thinking, listen to your body. Something's missing. And then it just started a little thought, like a little fairy in the ear, just like, hey, listen to your body. Yeah. And I didn't act upon it quickly. I just thought about it.
Yeah, okay.
Thought about it.
And you were also talking to people you work out with as well.
Well, I was talking to them in the sense because I go to F45, which is where I work out. And I've been there for over a year now. And I was hitting a plateau of like feeling healthy, feeling strong, but not seeing like enough muscle definition for the amount of weight I am lifting and how much I work out. And I can't help but I know it's solely because of my diet, and I'm not fueling my body the way it needs to be fueled to be doing the amount of exercise I'm doing.
Got it.
And don't get me wrong, I do think you can have a vegetarian diet and fuel your body with what you need, but I just wasn't doing it.
You have different goals.
No, not even that. No. Like there are bodybuilders out there that are on a vegan diet. It exists. You just have to do it right, strict, and you just have to like know what you're doing. It's a lot harder to go that route and see the results you want.
Yeah.
Do you know am I making sense?
It makes sense. I think that you just weren't doing any, like, I think that
I wasn't doing it. No.
You weren't doing any supplemental things.
No.
Because I think that, let's say if you stayed vegetarian and added supplements to fill that void, or to let me say compensate for the lack of meat, maybe you could have seen the results. But then you
question, like, if you have to have these supplements to get the results you want, then is this diet for you?
Yeah, it can be.
Having to supplement your diet to get the results you want?
Yeah, it's just a substitute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guess so. So
but
wait, are you telling me that I could still be vegetarian? Is that what you're telling me right now?
I'm not trying to, no, on a serious note.
Yeah.
Like, on a serious note, I feel like that let's say you didn't have that inner voice telling you, hey, maybe it's meat protein that you need. You know what I mean? Everyone's story is different.
Yeah.
And I feel like in your case, because you weren't doing all the extra supplemental things, you know, blah, that maybe for you, maybe a meat-based diet is what you need. You know what I mean? Because when I met you, sorry, I'm going to give you back the floor. But when I met you, you were eating meat. Yeah. You were active every single day. You were, you know, exercising and things like that. And you were seeing results at a faster pace. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now that you're back in that point where you're active, you work out every single day.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like I'm more physically active and strength-based now than I was when I was dancing.
So maybe...
I know, which is crazy to think about.
You know,
I know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Talking and yeah, so going back to the idea of like hitting that plateau and being like, it's my diet. I know it is because I'm doing the physical activity to see results. Yeah. And they say, I think it's like 80% is your diet, 20% is your physical activity for you to see results.
That
you know what I mean?
Right
so I might be making that up. Don't fact check me. But that's my mentality on it. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, keep this, like, I'm basically like creating this little list in my head of like how to go about this, because it's like 6 years of not eating meat is like, it's a mental struggle of like, one, what is the first meat item that you eat? 2, how do you eat it? Do I eat it with you? Do I tell you about it? Or do I go kind of secretly just in case it's not the thing for me and then I tell you after? Or like, I was having this whole conversation of like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Because it was mentally like, it was freaking me out because I was just like, it's like new.
Can I add on to that? I guess fast forward to the point where you were starting to make me aware that this was something that you wanted to do.
Yes.
And I was surprised because I was like I said, I thought that I would only see my wife eating meat again if she was pregnant. You know what I mean? Because she was so gung-ho on, I'm never eating meat again.
Yeah.
That's anti-meat. You know what I mean? So when she started coming to me and telling me, give me these little
ad-libs.
hints, ad-libs that she had an interest again and was curious again, I was like,
Interesting.
Okay, I support it. I'm always going to support it, you know what I mean? Or support anything that you do. But I was just like, wow, okay. And then, so now it was just like the waiting game. Playing the waiting game. All right, when's it going to happen?
I will say, I do commend you for allowing like me to just process it and not like, once I told you, you didn't instantly say like, all right, time's now.
Yeah.
You let it be what it was going to be when it was going to happen.
Yeah.
It's because I feel like if you did force me, like I would have rebelled against it a little bit more.
Yeah. And
I'm stubborn.
Well, I think it's like we have to cross that line on our own.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it was going to be a decision you had to make.
100%.
And I understood that the way that you process things is
internal.
When you're determined
to
do something or not to do something, it's kind of hard to sway you from that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I understand that. So it's just like, all right, I'm not going to stress my wife out with,
pushing me to do it.
Pushing you to do it or what have you. I knew the best way I can support her is to just wait. And when she's ready, it's time.
Right.
Yeah, but there was a day that came where you were kind of just mentally struggling.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah, and I didn't necessarily I knew there was this
something coming
veil
mind
over you. I was like, what is going on? Because that's something that I noticed with you. My wife is an introvert. I don't know how many times I got to say it, but she'll walk around the house and I'll see this veil over her. Like she's not necessarily telling me what's going on. And I'll ask her, hey babe, you okay? And she'd be like, yeah, I'm good. But it's like, I don't believe you.
Yeah.
And then she came out and said, do you want to say what you said?
Yeah, well,
am I moving too fast?
No.
Okay.
You're kind of moving in like line with it. But the things that were going through my mind of like mentally figuring out like what is this, what am I doing, what's the next step, am I gonna go through with this, is the question that I kept asking myself is like, why am I vegetarian right now?
Oh, okay.
And I couldn't really answer it. And that's where I was struggling, because it's like obviously there are people who are very strongly determined in the sense of animal cruelty or environmental reasons, and there's so many different avenues of why people do go vegetarian.
Right.
But it had been so long of the decision of going vegetarian or not eating meat anymore, and I was like, why am I vegetarian? You know what I mean? And I was just like, if I can't even come up with that answer, like why am I doing this? Like, what is the purpose of this? So then it kind of went, kind of what you just said then, it went back into the idea of like my personality. If I've made a decision that like this is the way I'm doing it, I stick to it, and I'm like, this is it. I've made this decision. Like, for example, me coming to America, I made the decision to come to America, and I'm going to make it work. And I'm here, and I'm still here. Choosing to be vegetarian, I made the decision, then I'm going to stick to it, and I'm going to do it. So it's like an idea of like, did I fail? I'm like, did I fail?
Yeah. And that's kind of what you came out and said, and was just like, look, what's getting to me is this decision of like, I'm having this urge to eat meat again.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
You're like, okay, love that.
Okay.
Oh, let's get some chicken. No,
yeah, like what? Okay, cool. What can I do to help?
Right.
You know.
But that's the thing. I didn't even know what you could do to help. Yeah. And then that's what led me to like going on YouTube and literally like finding people out there in the universe. And let me tell you, there's not many of people or not many that want to speak up about it, at least.
Oh,
who's made the switch.
Okay.
Because I do feel like there is a community out there that will hate on it.
As every.
Right.
Yeah.
So, when I was looking for it, I wanted to know, like, how am I going to feel? Am I going to get sick from it? Because it's been so long. What's the best way to, like, start implementing it? Do I just go and eat, like, a chicken breast? Or, like, do I have, like a broth? Or, like, what is the thing that I need to do to, like, slowly put this in? Because I know going cold turkey of not eating something is going to be a lot easier than adding it back in when you haven't done it. Do you know what I mean? So
when you're at that 6-year mark,
right? It's
for
a
me,
long time. Easy for you. You're like 6 months, whatever.
Side note: I went down to New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
For a theater gig, and I remember calling you and being like, "Babe, it is
so hard to eat vegetarian."
I think I was full blown vegan at this time.
Oh God!
I had it. You know what I mean? I was like, it is
so hard.
So hard.
Yeah. You slipped up there, right?
Yeah. I had some fried catfish, and I said, "This is the
best
greatest
thing I've ever eaten." And the rest was history.
Yeah. So I think there is a distinction between 6 months and 6 years.
Yes, 100%. 6 months is you just forgot to eat the meat for the month.
That's funny how you put that.
So yeah, in all seriousness, it was a mental struggle because I wanted to find the way to do it.
Yeah, but sorry to cut your wisdom again. That's something I was trying to tell you too. If I was going to tell you anything, I was like, look, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody.
Yeah.
This is going to happen when you're ready.
I know.
So don't feel like you need to make, because that was the thing. You were like, I'm so afraid. And I'm just nervous about it. And I'm like, hey, realize you don't even have to do this.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. No one was, don't get me wrong, but obviously my mum was like, so you eating meat? Like,
oh, she's always been,
she's so happy I'm eating meat again.
Yeah. But she's always been telling us too, that, hey, y'all not going to get the, you know what I mean? And I realized.
The what?
Again, the like protein and you know, I realized for myself, I'm trying to get all the things about myself out the way so you can finally
out
land.
the way. You're in between.
But I just knew that like every time that I decided to go, all right, this month I'm gonna go on a vegetarian diet.
Yeah.
I can lose weight flexitarian. I can lose weight pretty fast.
But are you losing weight or are you losing muscle mass?
And that too. Mm-hmm. You're right. I lose muscle mass pretty fast.
Yeah.
Very fast. And then I'm like, I
know.
I feel self-conscious. I don't have the you know what I mean? So then I go back to eating meat again. You know what I mean? But I just knew like it was for me, just stay over here. Dude.
Yeah.
Just eat the chicken, the steak and all that stuff.
Do what feels comfortable.
Yeah. But anyway.
Where was I?
Just again, that decision. I was telling you that you didn't need to.
In all seriousness, it was a mental struggle of me being kind of stubborn in the sense of like, I've made this decision to not eat meat. I have to see it through. I don't want to seem like I've failed or I'm like giving in or like anything like that.
And that's
so, Perris.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm just.
I need
the reminders of our
finish.
Conversation.
Let me finish
sorry,
my thought. I've tried this thought like 3 times already.
Holy
crap!
Sorry, guys.
He's so excited for me to eat meat. Holy crap! Anyway, so it got to the point of coming to that realization, and I was like, okay, I either have to make an action on it, or it's just something that I'm going to push aside, and that's just is going to be what it is, and I'm just going to have a moment of like, oh. You know, I thought about it, but I didn't act upon it. I'm still vegetarian. So it got to one night where we were talking and I kind of made it known of like, I really do think I'm ready to actually try meat. And I was like, Perris, let's go to Chick-fil-A right now. And he's like, whoa. Hold on. do you think that's a good idea? I was like, I need, like, my thought is now. It has to happen now, otherwise I'm not doing it. I was like so anxious about it. And he's like, let's slow down a little bit. I love that. But let's not do that right now. Mind you, it's like, what, 11 p.m.? Chick-fil-A is probably closed by now. But I was like adamant about it. It had to happen now.
Yeah.
Fast forward, I think it was the following day. Or 2 days after. I was coming home from a work showing.
Can I pause you there?
I don't know. Can you?
Are you about to say...
My decision making?
Okay, go ahead.
Wait, well... Yeah. Wait, what do you...
Actually, what I have to say is better if it's said after you.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm coming home from a showing from work, and for us to get off our exit off the highway, we kind of live in the middle, and you can either go left or right, and you still get to our house. If you go left, you miss Chick-fil-A. If you go right, you get to Chick-fil-A. So I had a decision moment right there.
It's the first
time. Do I go left or right? You haven't heard this?
I haven't heard this process.
Oh, really? No, this was my thought process. So it's like, okay, left or right, decision number one. I was like, all right, I'm going to go right. Chick-fil-A route. I go through. Chick-fil-A comes up pretty quick after you exit the highway, but you have to drive, obviously, into the driveway. So I was like, oh my God, am I going to keep going straight, or am I driving in the driveway? I was like, okay, driving the driveway. So I turn into the driveway, but you almost instantly enter the drive-through, getting ready to talk to the people. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not ready. So I pulled into one of the parking spots. I reversed in and I sat in the parking lot for like 10 minutes. Look, I didn't know what to order. When I go into Chick-fil-A, all I get is...
me so teary-eyed.
Wow.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
All I am...
This is crazy.
I'm such a sympathy cry, so don't look at me and cry.
Sorry.
So I'm looking at the menu. I'm like, oh my God, all I order is the freaking large fries and the cookies and cream milkshake.
Yeah.
No cherry, no whip. If you get the cherry or whip, what are you doing? And I was in the drive-thru looking. I was like, no, so not in the drive-thru. I was in the parking lot. I was like, okay, I think I need to get something with like lots of extras. So like the lettuce, the tomato. I don't like pickles, but the cheese and like layered up, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'll do I don't even know what it's called. The Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Yeah, just the Chick-fil-A
no
sandwich,
pickles.
Yeah. I think it's a number one, I think.
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, so I was like, okay, that's it. I was like, okay, here we go. Go into the drive-thru, and I'm talking to the lady, and I'm so anxious.
Wow.
But I'm like stumbling on the order.
Oh, goodness.
Because I'm like, the
first
she's
time
probably
in 6
looking
years,
she's probably looking at me like, is this lady okay? Like, what do you want? And I'm like, can I have a Chick-fil-A sandwich, no pickles? Like, it was the weirdest thing.
Oh,
anyway, so then I'm driving, I'm going through, it's fine. I also got fries because I was like, I need something else just in case I don't eat it. So I get home. But once I get home, I had a couple items that I needed to do on the computer. So I was like, okay, let me procrastinate and do these tasks, even though they didn't have to be done right then and there.
Right.
But I was like, let me do these tasks right now. Chick-fil-A sandwich is just sitting to the side of my laptop. I'm doing it, and it got to the point where like no more tasks were coming through, and I'm like, okay, the time is now. So I pulled the chicken sandwich out of the box, and I'm sitting there staring. It probably wasn't 10 minutes, but it probably was 10 minutes. It felt like it at least. And I just couldn't do it. And then I got to the point where I just like licked the chicken. Because I was like, this is harmless. Let me just lick it. And I was like, just take the bite. And I'm literally like amping myself up to do it. And I took the bite and I was like, why was that so good?
Wow.
My brain was just like...
After taking the bite.
The one bite. I was like, this is so good. And anyway, amazing. Once I got to the middle, it was a little thick and the texture was a little weird. And I kind of felt a little iffy, but I kept going. But once I started, I just couldn't stop. And I was like, wow. And then I sent a picture to Perris. No, did I give you any context or I just sent you the picture?
No, you just
sent you the picture. No, I sent you a video of the box empty.
Or a picture of the box empty.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And he's like, what? And called me straight away and had a conversation. I was like, Perris, I just had to do it. And now I can still count the amount of meat meals I've had on my hand. I think I'm at 4 or 5.
So you had a meatball sub today.
I had a meatball sub today. I've had a burger.
We've had burgers.
I've had a chicken salad.
And I've
had at work.
Well, we went to Ray's too.
Little Race. That was the chicken salad.
Chicken salad, okay.
And then at work I had a chicken parm flatbread thing.
And then I made you a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Oh,
Sandwich, yeah.
Okay, so 6 times then.
Yeah.
So I can still count on my fingers, so it's still very new and fresh. I think I'm good with it. Even though these are all places that I've eaten out, I haven't prepared the meat yet myself. That's still a process in itself. I want to make sure that I am, what's the word? I want to make sure that when we do buy meat, produce, whatever, it is clean. It's grass-fed. It's raised correctly. It's not in these mass-produced areas, because honestly, I say this back to a couple of people. If I was still living in Australia, I do think that I would be eating meat.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. 100%.
So anyway, that was a lot.
Yeah.
It has been a lot.
Yeah.
But I am excited because now I'm like, okay, I'm going to take my diet to the next level. I'm going to be, not that I want to be strict, but I just want to like amp it up a little bit and then just like see what I'm capable of. And then it goes into the idea of like, not recently, but like somewhat had a, I've been diagnosed with hyperthyroidism. My thyroid is overactive, but I never got the information on it until I became vegetarian. So it's like, is that a cause from it? So now it's just like, let's
see,
figure it all out and see what happens.
Because I think that what may be going on in your head is like, hey, was my protein meat deficiency the cause for my bodily
issues,
challenges? I should say, you know what I mean?
Because I take a pill every day for it. It was very overactive, so it was, I don't know. So we'll see. It's a journey. Actually, you know what will help me a lot? If there are any vegetarians who have started eating meat again, please tell me your experience. Please give me some love. Please don't hate on me, any vegetarian, vegan people, because it's a lot and I'm going through it. But it's exciting. I am excited for it.
You know, and again, I support you in this always. You know that.
Yes.
And I think with people on the outside looking in, people who've never have made that switch from eating meat then going to vegan or vegetarian or whatever. People kind of look at like food changes or diet changes as something that's not as extreme. Yeah. But it is. It is. It is. It has its extremities. You know what I mean?
And I feel like as well, these sort of diets now have become such like a fad of like people do it to lose weight. So it's like, it's a very like superficial reason for people to go this kind of diet culture. So it's like, oh, you'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like how, I don't know. That's a mentality behind it too.
The reason for my little moment of tears was because
I know that was very random. Well, I love the support, but
it's just, you know,
because I went on it by myself.
Yeah. It's just like when you make, when you feel like I didn't hear it in this context. So just picture, I'm a very visual person. So just picturing you going in there and pulling into a parking lot and making, you know, I always want to be with you whenever you're making a life-changing decision. You know what I mean? So it was like, dang, I wasn't there. But like,
but you know what though? I am glad I did it by myself.
Yeah.
Because I do think you would have been like over my shoulder a little bit. And me sitting there as long as I did before I actually took that bite, you would have been like, Georgia, it's not that serious or something like that. Like you would, at that point, you would have been like, hey, I'm all here for the support.
You know what really did get me though? When you sent me that picture, I saw the receipt, because you know how Chick-fil-A puts the receipt on top of the box. She put no pickles.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I think that totally took everything else out of my mind. I was so worried about the pickles. I was like, how did you not have pickles on? But I forgot that you don't like pickles or things like that.
So the reason for that, I always used to be a picky eater to begin with, like from day dot. Mum will tell me I was called the beige food eater because I would not let any of my food touch as a kid. I didn't like red sauce on pasta, plain noodles, like no greens, like absolutely nothing. Beige food, bread, pasta, rice, absolutely nothing colored.
Wow.
How turntables turned, whatever. But where was I going with this? Pickles. Oh, yeah, pickles. Here in America, I feel like you always put pickles with your sandwiches at like the deli. Like you always, like every meal that's like a sandwich comes with a pickle and chips. Like, and not like American fries, like crisps, chips.
Yeah.
And so it's like kind of ingrained, like the flavor of pickle.
It's so good.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so good.
Don't get me wrong. People in Australia do eat pickles and they like pickles.
Yeah, I mean, you guys eat olives, like, so like that whole tangy, you know.
See, I don't like olives either.
You did say that.
Yeah, olives, pickles. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
we forgot one food that you did have.
What?
We went to Lloyd's Pizza for our friend Maria's birthday.
Yes.
And you had a chicken parmesan pizza.
I did have it.
Chicken pesto pizza, sorry.
Chicken pesto pizza.
Yeah. Shout out to Lloyd's Pizza. Okay. You guys might have the best pizza
hot take, Atlanteans, whatever do we call ourselves Atlanteans?
Atlanteans?
Is that what they call them? Whatever. People who live in Atlanta.
ATLians.
No. The Lloyd's Pizza over in Inman Park.
Whew, so good.
I have a hot take.
Don't say it. I know what you're about to say.
It was yummy.
But don't say it.
I want to say it.
Oh, gosh.
It was too salty. Like, so much so that, like, I could physically eat more food. But the salt was like, my mouth felt like the Sahara Desert. Yeah, it was good, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is the best pizza in Atlanta. Do you know what I mean?
Lloyd's Pizza, the best pizza in Atlanta.
Okay, well.
Don't mind my wife. I enjoyed the salt.
The salt?
The seasoned.
The season?
Seasoning, the texture, the crust consistency.
The crust was good.
Oh my gosh.
Don't get me wrong. Literally everything about it. The crust, like the ratio of toppings, everything about it, the vibe in there, it was great.
Y'all killed that.
It was just too salty.
What was it, the meat lovers pizza or the
crust? Like, I think they like sprinkled like salt. I don't know. It was just too salty for me.
And don't get me wrong. I understand.
You acknowledge the intense salt taste.
There was intense salt.
You.
That's probably the saltiest pizza I've had.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. So that's why it was not in.
But it was the finest touch. It was. I didn't know I needed salt on my pizza.
I disagree. You know what's actually crazy? I think I've told you this before. But back during our college days.
Yeah. Pizza Fiesta.
The drunken pizza nights. No. Talking about salt specifically, not pizza.
Okay.
So when I came back from the break to Australia in between college semesters, I would come home. Mum would cook a family meal. It was lovely. I'm like, oh my God, not cafeteria food. Love this, blah, blah, blah.
She's so good.
Mum would cook, and then I would grab this salt, and I'd start adding salt to her cooking.
Oh, man.
And she looked at me. She goes, Georgia, what are you doing? I was like, adding salt? She's like, I've already put salt in that. And I'm like, got it. Okay.
The American way.
Yeah, my body got used to the amount of salt in the food. Now, obviously, take it with a grain of salt. But cafeteria food, obviously, is naturally just, it is what it is. But at the same time, like, I got used to food being so salty over here.
Yeah. I'm so glad you don't get on me about that anymore, because you used to be on me too. Like, whenever you would cook and I would add salt and pepper. But I know there's that stigma
like
with,
cooking.
With what?
With what?
I won't be specific,
Why
but
not? We're open and honest here on the Where's My Coffee podcast.
I'm not going to do it. But you would just get on me about, why are you adding salt to the food? But it's just, I grew up
with that,
with adding salt and pepper and things like that. But favorite pizza topping?
I'm going to get roasted for this. Pineapple. Okay, so this is last time I'm bringing up my vegetarianness.
Okay.
Sorry, in the podcast. I resorted to cheese and pineapple because what else are you meant to get on a pizza, right?
Pepperoni.
When you don't eat meat, Perris.
Oh, yeah.
Now I've opened up the can of worms of being able to have a chicken barbecue pizza.
Yes. Oh, because we used to do the
That was
barbecue
my
base.
thing, bro.
Okay, so real quick, and then we're gonna get away from food.
Have we made you hungry yet?
But pizza, we used to order pizza, and instead of doing the red sauce base, we do barbecue sauce.
Barbecue chicken.
Yes, the barbecue. Oh,
I know. I
my
can't wait.
gosh,
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
Cool.
But yeah.
This is like randomly off topic.
Yeah. What's up?
I have a bone to pick with you.
What's the bone? Yo, you know what? We've had all these puns. Bone.
Chicken.
Oh grain of salt. Cold turkey.
I love it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
I have a bone to pick with you.
What's
and
up?
I want to hear from the masses if you think I should roast him, I should let it go, what the vibe is.
Oh.
So, my parents right now have been doing a European and a Scandinavian trip.
Yeah.
They've been overseas for 28 days now.
Yeah, they have been.
Living their best retired life. And they were in London for a period of time.
London.
And, you know, Perris made the comment about me going to London. I was like, yeah. I went in 2005. Mm-hmm. And he's like, no. There's like a photo of you in front of Big Ben. Like, and you're much older than what you would be in 2005. And I'm like, Perris, no. The only photo with me in London would be 2005. I've never been back since 2005. So then we go into this massive like ordeal of like going through like tagged photos, him trying to find this photo. Turns out this person in front of the Big Ben was an ex, and he mixed me up with the ex. How would one think about that? Okay, honestly, I actually don't care. But like the idea of it, like it was the moment when Perris realized that he had messed up that badly. I knew. He was like, "Oh my God, that wasn't you."
Yeah.
What was going through your head in that moment? Tell me.
So I think that this whole thing is.
Don't stutter. It's fine.
Have you guys ever mixed up a memory with an ex, or mixed up a memory of an ex when
you're married to someone of 6 years?
Trying to recall, you know.
Yeah.
I guess in that moment, like, I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know what I just saw my wife in that picture.
It wasn't me.
You know what I mean?
It wasn't me. Anyway, sorry.
And yeah, and we're literally on Facebook trying to search for
I wasn't
photo.
on Facebook. Perris was scrolling through my Facebook trying to figure it out.
Oh yeah,
and you know what's funny? I knew it wasn't me, but I was letting him cook because I wanted him to like figure it out that it wasn't me.
You knew it wasn't you this whole time?
Yes, because I knew I hadn't been in a Big Ben.
Oh
I
man, I'm so
been in front of Big Ben
That's
since
crazy.
2005. So I could just see the clocks turning of him being like, "Holy crap! I don't think this was Georgia. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. How do I say this?"
But it wasn't like literally as so. It got to a point where I realized
He had to come clean.
Yeah, I realized like, yo, I'm associating a memory with someone that I used to date with my wife, and
my bad.
Yeah. So I was just
Came
like,
clean.
babe,
But you know what? Like,
but is that normal?
I mean,
has that happened? Like,
I've never.
Okay. Has that happened to you and you just never?
No.
No. Okay.
But I will say, at the end of the day, I didn't look at that situation and think, "Oh my God, is he still thinking about her?" Or like something crazy like that.
God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there are probably people out there that occurrence would happen,
Yeah,
and it would open a can of worms of like mistrust, not loyal, like all that sort of stuff.
We're human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So,
and I said, you know,
I just wanted to take the piss of you on the podcast,
I mean,
and I apologize for calling you out, but I had to say it.
But I just want you to know, even if you did feel some type of way,
and I don't.
Okay, the more you say it, the audience is gonna think, "Oh, she lying." I want you to know that you can, that.
Yes,
you can tell
of course.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yes, we have that open.
But that was the first time that's ever happened.
It has. It was kind of funny. It was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. So I was like, "There's no way. Like, what is he thinking right now?
Yeah.
No, I haven't been there. There's no photo like that." Too funny.
Memory is an interesting thing. The brain is interesting because they do say like you may think you remember something, but what you remember is not literally how that happened.
It's kind of like when it's horrible, but when like some sort of like crime happens or something, and they try to like get you to recall the memory. There's always like some skewness to it, because if it's like something traumatizing, the mind like blocks that. You know what I mean? Like that memory, your brain is capable of so much.
Yeah. Now let's do if roles were reversed.
Yeah.
And you were in my shoes.
Okay.
I gotta be honest.
Oh, you would feel some type of way?
I think it would.
What?
Okay, hold on. Let's
not
jump the gun.
I can give you human error, but you can't let me have human error? That's crazy.
No. It's not like
is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's what
you're saying.
I would still well, I don't know.
That's what it sounds like.
I don't know.
You tell me. You were about to say if roles were reversed.
So if roles were reversed, it would be hard to hear. Like it would be like, oh.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? But I guess it's because I'm able to acknowledge that that's just jadedness. That's bad habits. That's a way of thinking that I need to let go, and but also an understanding that I have to understand that you're human. Yes. You're human as well, and that error can happen. I believe, and I think that's more common than people like to admit.
These sort of moments too, I do think in any sort of relationship that it will always go back down to like trust.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And like, how much do you trust your partner? And if like the bottom line is like, I don't know. It's just like in my mind, like I just let that slide, because it's like I trust you so much that like nothing in your mind is even like, I don't know, even like, shoot, even if you had a moment of like, oh, where are they now? Okay, cool. Have that thought. Yeah, you've had memories with them.
Yeah.
So of course, like sometimes it might come up of like, oh, I wonder what they're doing. Even if you like look on their Instagram or Facebook or something, just to be like, oh, where are they now? Like, I trust you enough that that's just purely out of curiosity, not like wanting to take any action or seeking communication or anything like that. But I mean, it takes a lot of trust to be able to have that mentality behind it.
Yeah, and I respect you for
now. I think if I told you that was happening, and I just research someone and you were like, you did what? You think you would be okay with that?
See, and
sorry to make you call you out a little bit. I don't think you would.
Yeah, because again, I'm learning.
Yeah.
This is like you are different. You are I've never like, and this is why I feel like I've lucked up as well. I'm blessed that I have someone like you that is my life partner, because you're teaching me how to take myself out of situations and look at the situation for what it is. Like, things happen.
Yeah.
We have curiosity. We are human. But there can be some grace applied to certain situations.
How it's navigated.
Innocence in certain situations. You saying like, hey, if you are just curious about someone that you used to create memories with, or someone you used to date, simply blah, 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 and seeing what they're doing now.
No harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul. Yeah. Because it's about our intentions. It's about, okay, why are we the why? Yeah. You know what I mean? So
this not changes, but makes it less like deep thought.
Yeah, for sure.
This reminds me of like conversations that people are having on Love Island right now with what we're watching.
Oh my gosh.
So
Love Island. Yes.
I feel like everyone's on a Love Island like hype train right now. Yeah. Now I will say we're on the UK hype train. Listen, everyone is on the USA.
Y'all late to the party.
Literally though. Where have y'all been?
I think we were on Love Island since 2018.
Earlier, I think. Since we moved down, so we moved 2017. Earlier?
We moved down here. I don't think we started Love Island until.
But you know what? We may have started 2017, but we binged it enough that we've seen every single season. Yeah. Which we're at 11 seasons on UK.
Every season of UK. Every season of Australia.
Haven't touched USA.
We haven't touched USA because. Go ahead.
It's not as good.
Well, we
previously the USA one hasn't been good. We gave it a shot.
No, we didn't.
We
did an episode?
Yeah, we tried 1 or 2 episodes, and we were like, no, this ain't it.
You know,
I will say, with the hype that is happening with this season, with the USA Love Island, I am actually wanting to start it. But just this season though.
Yeah.
But we want to finish the UK first.
UK first. The UK to us is supreme. I think it's supreme.
I would say UK, Australia then America.
I do have a question. Like, would you, let's say you were on a quest to find love.
Yeah.
Would you rather find it in a just open, like, how can I word this?
Like real life,
mm-hmm. Or would you rather be in a setting
like
where certain
TV.
Variables, certain limitations, or not even reality TV, just in a Love Island universe type of vibe? That's
hard. I mean, I think it would be fun to experience it that way, because like in the Love Island way, because it's like you're there purely for that reason.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't think I would ever put myself into a Love Island experience.
You wouldn't do Love Island?
No.
No.
Because one thing that makes the show so good is people's vulnerability to talk about what's on their mind.
Oh, girl.
What they're going to do, why they're doing what they're going to do, and then they act upon it. And the people that cause so much drama and like confusion and chaos are the people who don't tell people what they're doing. And for me, I would be doing it out of innocence of like just being so introverted and not wanting to be like.
You would be classified as a slow burner.
A slow burner, or a like tell us what you want sort of energy. Like what do you want, you know?
And I think you would be one of the first voted off for that very reason, because
I wouldn't find anybody.
Because like the people who are voted off, like you be like when it's not up to the public and it's up to your fellow islanders,
they'll be like, she's not here for
she'd be like, yo, she's been here since day one and she has not found a connection with nobody. Like she got to go. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe in that environment, it might bring out a completely different side. Maybe
it could.
But currently, the idea of going on to Love Island would be hell. Would you ever do Love Island?
I think I would.
I think you would be good at it because you're very dramatic. You wear your heart on your sleeve. Everyone will you'd get the sympathy votes of like the guy that like, because I feel like on the show men aren't very vulnerable in how they show their emotions, except that Australian season. Do you remember that Australian season that all the guys were just constantly crying?
Yeah,
I freaking loved it.
Yeah,
you'd be part of that squad.
I think I would be, if you're watching the current season of UK. Mm-hmm. I think I would either be
Which is season 11.
Yeah, season 11. I think I would be a mixture between Io
and Josh,
Connor, and Josh.
Yeah, I agree.
But I do also feel like I would be the one friend zoned really quick, like Sean.
I don't think so.
Because when you go into Love Island and you're the good guy, you're instantly kind of friend zoned by everybody. Because in the UK, I can't speak for USA, but in the UK, they do like that edgy,
go get a bad boy energy
bloke, who's funny but also has some, grit, F-boy ways about him and things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I can see that.
So that's why I feel like, but I think I would love to be in. So
you would give it a go. So if
I'll give it a go.
Like alternate, what is it? Alternate universe. Yeah. We're not together, and you're single still, and your agent says, "Hey, you've been asked to be on Love Island." You would accept the role. Or you would accept the opportunity?
100%. And I was in tip-top shape? I was in tip-top shape?
Well, you'd get into tip-top shape before that you went on the show. Even if you weren't.
Okay, cool. Whatever.
Is that offensive? I don't know.
What did you say?
I don't know.
Wait,
I said you would get into tip-top shape before you went on the show, regardless.
But I don't think that's a thing. You don't like prep for Love Island.
Well, no, I'm assuming you'd get asked to be on the show, and then it's not like you instantly go. You would have a couple months or whatever.
If I was asked, it was because I was in tip-top shape
what you're saying.
And this and that there. But yeah, no, for sure.
That's so crazy.
I think because I like being in controlled environments sometimes.
You're also very extroverted. Like, I feel like you're able to bring, like, you can talk to anybody too.
Yeah.
You're easy to, like, kind of bring that out for people.
I think it would be fun. I think you would thrive.
You think?
I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, the introverted girls always thrive. Because the it's the mysterious guys on the show that get kicked off.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah.
So, man, yeah, Love Island universe.
Binging it. We're at the point where we have to wait for them to be released onto Hulu, which is
this
so
is the first time.
annoying.
I don't remember the last time that's happened.
Normally we delay our start time that we can like binge it and not have to ever wait for like us to be on time.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating. So right now we're up to date and we have to wait till tomorrow till we can watch any more episodes. It's so sad.
Speaking of Love Island reality TV, Love Island is probably the only consistent show that you and I partake in.
Yeah.
Because we have contrasting like styles of shows that we like to watch.
So you say that.
Okay.
And I want to challenge that thought.
Okay.
Because I do think we watch the same sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. I just sometimes can't mentally like allow myself to start a new season when you want to watch it. So for example, the Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
I started the Umbrella Academy. I did the Umbrella Academy. Mm-hmm. You want to no mind for it.
At first.
It
wasn't that I didn't want to have no mind. It was on the list to... Right. I just wasn't ready to watch it.
But now you're watching it and you're like, wow, this is amazing. So that's an example of a show.
Amazing is...
You're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. But it's
a
show that... Yeah, but it is a show that like that could have been one that we watched together. But we just didn't because we weren't on the same, like, this is the type of show we want to watch right now.
Yeah, right now. Exactly. Repeat that.
This isn't the type of show we want to watch right now.
Right.
Because there'll be moments where I really want to watch this stupid, like, I don't want to say bad acting, but corny acting, chick flick, like high school kids, like that sort of drama. And I'm just not for it. But sometimes I just need that very like brain dead energy watching shows.
But I'm glad we found Love Island because that is something that I like the intense drama, thriller, thought-provoking script, character development, things that make me feel like I'm watching a real life thing.
I really have to be in the mood for that because
and that's what I realized too.
If I'm not in the mood to like really think for that long of a time, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Like guys, I'm watching Presumed Innocent right now. I finished Dark Matter, which was amazing. Now I'm watching Presumed Innocent, and these are two shows that I'm like, oh babe, I wish, because you love crime.
Well, that's the thing. I probably would like them,
but you weren't.
But I wasn't ready to start it yet. Now, I don't know. It's weird. Like me watching things, I have to be in the right headspace.
Do you think
it's annoying?
Do you think streaming has affected that?
What do you like? Because it's available at any time.
And because I sometimes I'm like, hey babe, I found a new show. Mm-hmm. This is good. And you're like, Foosley streaming right now, or Valkyrie streaming
you're meaning like actual like live streams.
YouTube? Yeah, live streams is kind of.
I take up a lot, because this probably gets like into like mental health. Not mental health. That's a little dramatic, but like outlets. Into the idea of like when I'm from like a 9 to 5, I'm so like taken with like tasks and making sure that like everything's moving. Like even when it comes to like us as a household, like bills and like just like keeping everything afloat. So like sometimes I just want to not have to think.
Fair enough. And
when you're watching TV shows like that, you have to think, otherwise you get lost. And you don't enjoy it for what it is, and you don't get invested in the characters. Yeah. When I'm watching YouTube and streaming, it's like so easy just to like be a zombie.
Depress.
No. Yeah, it's not a depress.
No, I'm not.
Decompress.
Decompress. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a way that I can just be like, decompress and be like almost brain dead. Yeah. And not have to like think. Mm-hmm. And I need a lot of that sometimes.
No, I feel you. For me, everything is always a a character study or like me studying.
You studying me?
No, I'm talking about the shows that I watch. It's always, some type of study that I'm doing.
Yeah, it's like homework.
Exactly.
You know what frustrates me, and we probably should finish up the podcast, otherwise we're going to be talking for hours and hours, which I'm all here for.
Yeah,
but
I'm here for it.
The one thing that does frustrate me when I do see shows now is that there'll be a character that comes up, and I'm like, why isn't this Perris? This role is Perris. Why? Like, hello? Who's out there in the universe?
It's coming.
Give him a role.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Divine timing.
Yeah.
It's coming for sure.
What it will be, will be.
Exactly.
Cool.
Exactly. What else?
I mean,
I guess,
we could keep talking, but
we can.
I don't know. We've been flowing. We spoke a lot about food this podcast. I'm sorry if we made you hungry. But that's probably the biggest thing that's happening in our lives right now.
Yeah.
My life, our life, is this journey. New beginnings. You never know, but a couple more episodes, I might be on here looking jacked. No, I'm joking. We'll see.
No, for sure. And as a reminder,
yes, question
on the go is, if you could instantly learn any skill, what would it be and why?
Yes.
Put your answers down in the comment section.
And next week we will talk about it and give our own opinion and start the conversation. I think it would be fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully it lands.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it will. It will.
Flop.
It will.
I'm excited to hear everyone's answers because I think it's a cool thing to think about.
Yeah, for sure. Again, I'm Perris.
I'm Georgia.
And this is episode 7 of Where's My Coffee podcast. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you for tuning in. Comment, subscribe.
Peace.
Bye.